Have you ever been in a room with highly successful people and suddenly felt out of place? Maybe your mind starts racing. What do I say? Do I belong here? You start overthinking every little thing, and before you know it, you're feeling small and intimidated. But here's the truth: success doesn't make someone better than you. Confidence is not about status, wealth, or how many achievements you have. It's about how you carry yourself. In this video, I'll break down 5 powerful strategies to help you stay confident around successful people, whether you're at a networking event, a high-stakes meeting, or just talking with someone you admire. Stick around because the last tip is the one that truly separates those who own the room from those who shrink in it. Before we get into solutions, let's talk about why so many people feel uncomfortable around high achievers. First, we fall into the comparison trap. You start measuring your success against theirs, and suddenly you feel like you haven't done enough. Then there's the fear of judgment. You assume they're silently analyzing you, looking for flaws, and deciding if you're worth their time. And finally, we overthink everything. Instead of being present in the moment, you're worried about saying the wrong thing or looking inexperienced. But here's something most people don't realize. Successful people don't walk into a room trying to judge others. They're usually too busy focusing on their own goals, and they respect confidence, not status. Let's jump into how to flip the script and own the room. Strategy number 1, reframe the way you see them. The first key to confidence is changing how you see successful people. Many people put high achievers on a pedestal like they're superior, untouchable, or naturally more talented. But let's be real, they're just people. They have fears, insecurities, and self-doubt just like you. Think about it. Have you ever met someone you admired and then realized they weren't as intimidating as you thought? Maybe they made a joke, shared a personal story, or admitted a struggle they faced. Suddenly, they felt human. Instead of thinking, I don't belong here, shift your mindset to, what can I learn from them? Instead of seeing them as someone to impress, see them as someone you can gain wisdom from. This one mindset shift removes so much pressure and allows you to engage with them as equals, not as a fan. Strategy number 2, master confident body language. Your body speaks before you even say a word. If you walk into a room with your shoulders hunched, your head down, or your arms crossed, you're sending a signal that you don't feel like you belong. Here's how to fix that. Stand tall. Keep your posture upright, but relaxed. Make eye contact, not in an intense way, but in a natural, steady manner. Slow down your speech. Confident people don't rush their words. They take their time. Use open hand gestures. It makes you look engaged and charismatic. Try this before entering a room. Take a deep breath, roll your shoulders back, and walk in with purpose. It sounds simple, but these small adjustments make a huge difference in how people perceive you and how you perceive yourself. Strategy number 3, ask powerful questions. A lot of people get nervous around successful individuals because they don't know what to say. But here's the trick. You don't need to say much, you just need to ask the right questions. People love talking about themselves, especially their journey to success. So instead of trying to impress them, make them feel interesting. Here are some powerful questions you can use. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received? What was a major challenge you faced early on, and how did you overcome it? If you could go back and start over, what would you do differently? When you ask thought-provoking questions, 2 things happen. 1, the conversation flows naturally so you don't feel pressured to talk about yourself. And number 2, they'll see you as someone who's curious, thoughtful, and worth engaging with. If they give an interesting answer, follow up with something like, that's really interesting. I've noticed that a lot of top entrepreneurs emphasize resilience. Now you're a part of the conversation, not just listening passively. Strategy number 4, own your value. One of the biggest mistakes people make around successful individuals is acting like a fan instead of an equal. You don't have to be a millionaire or CEO to bring value to the table. Maybe you're great at social media. marketing, creative thinking, or problem solving. These are skills that even the most successful people might not have. Instead of shrinking yourself, own your strengths. If a topic comes up that you know about, don't hold back. Share your insights, ask smart questions, and contribute to the conversation. People respect those who know their worth. Strategy number 5, detach from validation. Here's the final and most powerful lesson. Stop seeking validation. The moment you try to impress someone, you lose power. Successful people respect confidence, and confidence comes from not needing approval. If a conversation goes well, great. If not, no big deal. Your worth isn't tied to how someone responds to you. When you walk into a room like you already belong, people take notice. And ironically, the less you try to impress, the more impressive you become. And there you have it. 5 ways to stay confident around successful people. Which of these tips resonated with you the most? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more confidence and charisma tips. Until next time, stay confident, stay magnetic.